Well, I'll just keep on talking since I've got nothing better to do. Anyway, I want to talk about the elegance of TempleOS. Okay, so in the kernel directory, there's a file called Atom1. This is like autoexec.bat in DOS. I'm afraid some people take DOS too literally. This is 64-bit. That's not very much like DOS. But some people insist that I already showed it 64-bit. Anyway, so this includes some header files for the kernel and compiler, and then it goes into Atom2. It goes into the Atom directory and does Atom2. So let's review. We do a line count report. There's 25,000 in the kernel, 20,000 in the compiler. Those are compiled ahead of time, and those make binary files. There's 2 binary files, and the headers for those files are Atom1, and there's a header in the compiler. So guess what? These are the only headers there are, because well, okay, so half the code is compiled ahead of time, and then the other half, this 35,000 in the Atom directory, this is the other half of the operating system. It's kind of silly to. There's not a difference between the kernel and everything else. Everything is ring 0 only, so it's just totally arbitrary. But you have to load a module at boot, and the kernel is the module, and then it loads the compiler. And then once you have the compiler, the command line is active, and the first task is Atom. This is the Atom task window. It's not created at first. This is the Atom task. He's the first task, like Adam and Eve. And when it boots up, it starts with Atom on the bootstrap processor, the core 0. And he does Atom 1 as autoexec. And what this does is this calls some headers to fill his symbol table with the headers for the kernel and compiler. Those are most of the headers. Okay, so Atom 1 has the classes and defines. Atom 1C has the externs. Now they're categorized. I have a help index that puts them into, when you press F1, you get a category of help, and so it generates those automatically. So Atom 1 is the first stage. Then the next stage it goes to when the Atom 1 file finishes, it goes into the Atom directory and does Atom 2. And this is compiling code, not just headers. So this is compiling 50,000 lines of code. It only takes half a second. What we're talking about is the graphics library, the editor and document framework, the window manager. There's other stuff. When the Atom 2 stage is done, it goes into Atom 3, and Atom 3 is in your home directory. So your account, this is all your customized stuff. So these are optional packages. everybody loads all these packages. It's silly not to. It's so fast that it's when you have 2 gig, a few K is nothing to worry about. So you just go ahead, everybody go ahead and use all the packages. It's silly to, it's more trouble than it's worth. Some people are obsessive compulsive and might want to minimize. Some of these things you don't need. Maybe you don't need diff, you don't need grep, I don't know what you need. The profiler. Everyone should know what a profiler is. Anyway, so let's analyze what's going on. So each task has a symbol table. So right now it does a recursive. I think I say minus big R, no, little r. Okay, so there are no symbols in the local symbol table. Now if I say who, there's a variable. This is the symbol table. Now if I say who recursive, that's all the atom symbols. That's everything. So task inherit symbols of parents. So all those symbols are automatically present. You never need to do headers because Atom has all the symbols. So if you give Atom a global variable, you can tell Atom to compile some code. I64, how about what? Okay, so we just told Atom to compile, to add a variable 1. Now I come over here, and everybody's a child of Atom, so we all see that symbol. So if you want to make a DLL, there's no such thing. All you do, so when Atom gets to the end of Atom 2, he goes into Atom 3 in the home directory. So guess what? You can, if you want to make a DLL, you just put in your account directory, you're going to, if a file's not found, the parents are checked. So there's default files in the account directory. Now in your personal account, if you don't have a file, it'll go up the chain and find the default. So if you want to make a DLL, just include some source code in your Atom 3 Atom 3 file. And so that's how wonderfully elegant everything works. So now you know how, now you know why we never need headers. If we run some just-in-time code, it's getting all the symbols from the Atom symbol table. So now you know, and how about that?